Good morning, happy Saturday. Let's look at Apple on the monthly chart. We've talked about this previously where Apple likes to push higher, a new all-time high, and then we move sideways. We pull back down initially to our previous high, and then we just move sideways for several months. So we pushed higher. Here was our previous sideways motion, pushed higher, and we've come right back down, tested our previous, right? So now we don't have a lot of room for March. We've either got to push higher, or if we stay in this range, it's going to be a nice little tight range right here, or we're going to come out and push lower. But my expectation, honestly, is that we come and we stay within this range right through here. So it's a nice big range. We can use it as support and resistance while swinging. Looking at the weekly chart, we stayed within our triangle here. If you look and you notice, I left it this way so you could see how we charted it last week. We broke above, couldn't hold. We broke below, couldn't hold, and right back inside this squeeze. So heading into next week, 246, 234, those are going to be our targets we're watching as far as a breakout. And then again, I left the charting up from last week because I wanted you to see how it plays out. This is that rejection zone I've been warning about as we were heading back up. We're getting really close, and every time we've pushed into this area, we've had a nice big significant rejection. So we did it again here, and then here it is for this last week. We pushed back in. We actually stayed for a few days, which previously we didn't stay very long at all. We did a little bit here when we finally pushed higher, but we just could not hold. So we pushed down, we went below our trend line, and we popped right back up. So now we are right below, again, this rejection zone. So either we're gonna stay within this small squeeze, or we're gonna have to push one way or the other heading into next week. On the 4-hour, you can just see it with a little bit more detail. Again, rejection zone, we have just really pushed each time, just unable to hold. So this is looking a little bit like an ascending triangle here. If we can get this hold of that 250 area and push higher, go back up, test our all-time high. But remember, on the larger time frames, when we have a new all-time high, what do? We tend to keep going back and forth. So 234 is going to be the level to watch. If we can hold 234, we can see a push higher. If we break lower than 234, we can see some significant downside.